Welcome back to Arsenal News TV, and today we are going to look at the 4 latest Arsenal news. The first Arsenal news is that Voteball International has confirmed an Arsenal update, as they confirm Arsenal now most concrete club for attacker who might be better than Gakpo. Player wants Champions League football and agent is Darren Dane, as Arsenal look to complete the signing of Netherlands international and PSV Eindhoven midfielder Xavi Simons. Arsenal are targeting a move for PSV Eindhoven star Xavi Simons and are showing keen interest in the 20-year-old, that's according to Voteball International, who say the Gunners see the top talent as a possible reinforcement for Mikel Arteta's squad next season. They explain that Simons' impressive performances for PSV this season have made a big impression on the European market, and he has not gone unnoticed by several clubs, who see him as a very interesting option for next season. Arsenal are one of them and are the most concrete in the market at this moment in time as they look to bolster Arteta's squad. Simons has a clause in his contract which means he can return to PSG for €12 million, although the player would have to explicitly push for that move for it to happen. Other clubs would have to pay a full amount if they were to try and sign him. Eindhoven's Dagblad say that he would be very expensive as PSV believe the player is worth a mega amount and those in charge of the club wouldn't be willing to negotiate anything that wasn't a record fee for the club. That is currently the €50 million they received from Liverpool for Cody Gakpo in the January transfer window. 6 say this wouldn't be a problem for the clubs who are interested, including Arsenal, although it all depends on the player's wishes. He would like to play in the Champions League next season, something PSV could offer him if they get through the preliminary rounds of the competition. If that doesn't happen, Simons could then move. He will also wait to see who PSV hire as their next manager and what his plans for the future are before deciding his own. Arsenal are certainly in the mix for him, though, and them coming forward for him is seen as no coincidence as Mikel Arteta has shown a talent for developing young talent and Simons is represented by Darren Dane, the son of former Arsenal co-owner and vice-president David Dane. That perhaps gives the Gunners something of an advantage if they are ready to step up and try to sign one of Europe's hottest rated prospects. The second Arsenal news is that Bild has confirmed an Arsenal update, as they confirm Arsenal given green light to complete the signing of World Cup Germany international and Bayern Munich attacker Serge Gnabry. Mikel Arteta wanted to sign him last year. Arsenal have been given the go-ahead to sign Serge Gnabry this summer after an eye-opening development at Bayern Munich. Although the Gunners have recently cast their eyes elsewhere when looking for reinforcements out wide, a long-standing interest from manager Mikel Arteta could see links resurface over the coming weeks. Gnabry made his senior breakthrough at the Emirates, leaving in 2016 after only a handful of first-team appearances. Having just finished his 5th season at Bayern Munich, the 27-year-old is now an established name in European football and a regular scorer at the top level. Reports indicated that Arteta and co were interested last summer, but their failure to qualify for the Champions League put the move financially out of reach. Fresh from a second-place Premier League finish in 2022-23, the Gunners' circumstances have changed, and while they are yet to reaffirm their interest in Gnabry ahead of this summer's transfer window, the stars may be aligning for a move that's been a long time coming. According to German newspaper Bild, Bayern have put Gnabry up for sale alongside teammates Leroy Sane and Sadio Mane. Thomas Tuchel is set to revamp his squad in Bavaria and all three could leave for the right price. Under contract at the Allianz Arena until 2026, Arsenal may need to slap some serious cash on the table for Gnabry. Transfermarkt value him at £47 million, but his prolific scoring rate could make him a valuable addition to Arteta's attacking ranks. The German international scored 17 goals in all competitions this campaign, while he has bagged 81 in 218 appearances over the course of his career at Bayern. Gnabry could therefore provide serious competition for minutes out wide at the Emirates Stadium. Despite the prevalence of Bukayo Saka and Gabriel Martinelli, Arteta signed Leandro Trossard in January to add extra bite up top, but Arsenal are set for another recruitment push this summer after narrowly missing out on the Premier League title to Manchester City, who have a considerably deeper squad. The third Arsenal news is that 90 Minute has confirmed an Arsenal update, as they confirm Arsenal have now made contact to complete the signing of Denmark international and Atalanta forward Rasmus Hojlund. He will only leave for £55 million this summer. Arsenal are one of the teams to have made contact over a potential move for Rasmus Hojlund. But Atalanta are determined to hold onto the striker during the summer transfer window. That is according to a report from 90 Minutes, which suggests that the Serie A side want £55 million for the Denmark international, who has enjoyed a brilliant first year in Italy. Rasmus Hojlund has scored 15 goals in all competitions since the start of the season, including 8 goals in Serie A. And with that, he has a number of European heavyweights chasing his signature. Arsenal make contact over Rasmus Hojlund, according to the report from 90 Minutes. Manchester United, Real Madrid, Paris Saint-Germain and Bayern Munich are all admirers of the 20-year-old. Meanwhile, it is noted that Arsenal are also amongst the clubs to have made contact with Atalanta or the players' representatives. Atalanta are desperate to keep Hojlund and have little intention of letting him go. Therefore, any interested club is going to have to be prepared to pay £55 million to land him in the coming months. Arsenal, of course, are preparing for their return to the Champions League. Gnabry Moises has been a brilliant signing. But it is also fair to say that their strikers have probably not scored enough goals this season. They have bigger priorities this summer. The midfield obviously needs fresh faces. And Mikel Arteta really needs someone who provide cover for Bukayo Saka, so spending £55 million on another striker may not be on Arsenal's radar in this window. Having said that, Hojlund is an extraordinary talent. So there will be plenty of sides who will be worried about missing out on his next big move. The final Arsenal news is that Football Transfers has confirmed an Arsenal update, as they confirm personal terms agreed on stunning £75 million signing. Arsenal have now made contact to complete the signing of World Cup Ecuador international and Brighton and Hove Albion midfielder Moises Caicedo, with Arteta brilliance to see off Liverpool. Chelsea threats. Arsenal have an agreement over personal terms in place with Brighton's Moises Caicedo, and a report has explained why he's tracking to join the Gunners rather than Chelsea or Liverpool. The Times recently reported Arsenal have given the green light to a £170 million double swoop for Declan Rice and Moises Caicedo. The Gunners are determined to double down on the progress they've made this season. A fast return to the Champions League since 2017 means Mikel Arteta needs greater depth and quality than he currently has. Granit Xhaka looks certain to make way ahead of the midfield arrivals. The Swiss veteran is on course to join Bayer Leverkusen in a £13 million deal, while the surprise name of Thomas Partey too could depart. The first to arrive to take Xhaka and potentially Partey's place, according to Football Transfers, will be Moises Caicedo. Indeed, the outlet note the agreement on personal terms Arsenal struck with the Ecuador international in January remains intact. Gunners Chiefs have held multiple conversations with Caicedo's camp since the winter window and the pre-agreed terms are still acceptable to the player. As such, a medical and an agreement over the transfer fee with Brighton are all that remain. Regarding the latter, Football Transfers state Brighton are confident Arsenal will stump up the full £75 million asking price to make a deal straightforward for all involved. Arsenal have a recent history of bidding below market value and subsequently seeing the player move elsewhere. Rafinha and Mykhailo Mudryk are two examples. Caicedo has courted interest from Chelsea and Liverpool too. The Blues joined Arsenal in unsuccessfully bidding for the 21-year-old back in January. However, in a huge boost for Arsenal, it's noted Caicedo's preference is to join a team who have Champions League football on offer. Of the three, only Arsenal can satisfy that demand next season. Arsenal fans may be wondering what moving for Caicedo could mean for their pursuit of Declan Rice. However, the report notes a Rice deal will be unaffected. That tallies with the Times' claim Arsenal were gunning for both players, not just one. Do you know the Arsenal news on Arda Güler? You will enjoy this video on your screen too.